Hello! I'm really sorry, everything's a bit boring today. It's kind of white and, you know... Oh, maybe I'll put this fluffy cushion here. Oh, there we go. Liven things up. Maybe put one on the other side. So I haven't made a video for quite really raining rather hard. Already distracted. I haven't made a video for quite a long time, not since before Christmas with Natty, which was really good fun. So I've been thinking about what to, you know, talk about, film, do things on camera for. Sounds weird. I thought I'd touch on a topic that over the last year, when I was thinking about my New Year's resolutions, and I was thinking about 2016 and the start of 2017, and I was thinking I've had quite a turbulent year, excuse me, in terms of friendships. And I've never really analysed it very much because, you know, friendships come and go throughout our lives from when we're tiny to when we're old. And it only occurred to me the other day, I was being really harsh on myself and thinking, why am I getting so upset about this? And I thought, actually, friendships ending or coming to a close or coming to a head, whatever you want to call it, is actually as traumatic, I think, as a relationship breakup, as in, you know, people in love breaking up. That's what I kind of think, and I think that it's kind of overlooked as a whole. I think that people don't really put the things in the same, at least I had never put them in the same category. I'd never thought friendships ending, relationships ending, to be as traumatic as each other. Sometimes they're not traumatic at all, in which case that's great. I get really affected when friends change or something alters in my friendship life with people. You know, various people, whoever it is, old friends, new friends, middle friends, young friends, old friends, animal friends. But I get really affected by when something changes because I am one of those people who constantly panics and thinks about, oh my goodness, have I done this? Have I upset them? Have I said this? Why aren't they talking to me? Why aren't they being my friend? Because I'm like a proper self-analyst sort of person. So many people out there who surround me, which is actually very helpful, are the sorts of people who go, just leave it, like forget about it. And yet I go to them and I'm like, I don't think this person likes me anymore. And they're like, so? I'm sure they do, just chill. And I'm there going, why don't they like me? And so last year and the beginning of this year, when a few friendships have just changed slightly, you know, I'm not saying they've ended, but they've changed slightly because of we grow up. We are still growing. All of us are still growing. You know, that's just how it works. I think we have to give ourselves a little bit of a break and think, you know what? If they don't want to be my friend, if they don't want to keep the level of friendship up that we have, then, you know, fine. I'll find a new friend. I don't have a massive group of friends. I kind of have a smaller group of people who I'm close to, and close to in totally different ways. I've got long distance friendships, I've got short distance friendships, I've got the sorts of friendships where you can not talk for weeks and then when you do, you're still just as good of friends, and that is a really great type of friendship to have. So I'm not at all saying that in order to have a good friendship you have to talk all the time. You really don't. I think it's just about having a respect for each other, and friendships are also a two-way street. So if you are always the person who's asking to meet up or texting them first or, you know, just generally doing a lot more for them than they are for you, and if that starts to get to a stage where it starts to affect you, if you start thinking, oh, maybe they don't like me because they're not doing that back, then maybe they're not the right person to be giving all of that attention to. Be their friend, but it's kind of, it doesn't make you feel good, and if they're not actually appreciating it, or if they're not giving back what you're giving to them, then you could be putting that time into someone who really does care. And I'm sure that we've all been guilty of doing both things. We've been guilty of both being the person who's like, come on, do you want to meet up? And we've also been the person who maybe looks at a message from someone, puts it down thinking I'll reply tomorrow, and then you completely forget, and then it's not great. I apologise, this video is already an amalgamation of thoughts that don't make any correlationary sense. Neither does that sentence. It's because I'm word vomiting at you about my thoughts. But I personally find it very distressing when I start to then analyse myself and think that I'm not a good enough friend for someone anymore because of the way that they are behaving. There have just been a few examples of that over the last year, and I kind of think I was in this mindset of thinking, I'm 25 now, your friendships are pretty solid. They're really not. It's just the same as when you're at school and you're friends with someone in year 5 and then by year 6 they've got a new friend and they're more interested in that friend. That can still happen now, and I think I was just a little bit in the dark. I was kind of just taking it for granted and thinking, no, I've been friends with this person for 10 years, so they're going to be my friend forever. It doesn't necessarily work like that, because friendships are, as I said, a two-way street, and if one person suddenly stops putting in the effort, then don't beat yourself up about it. But to turn it onto a positive note, because this is all a bit blah, I think put in as much effort as you can for 2017 for friendships, because ultimately friends are for life. Boys, girls, and you know, whatever else you want to go out with aren't necessarily forever. So if that means that after watching this video you pick up your phone and you text somebody who you haven't texted in, say, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, or they normally text you first, put it out there, text them first. It will make their day, honestly, and I have been in that position where somebody texts me and actually I'm always the person who contacts them first, and it feels so good when I'm like, oh, they do genuinely like me, or they do want to hang out. You've just got to not take people for granted, not be taken for granted. That is the main thing to realise. If you think that's happening to you, you're not crazy. Don't let people take you for granted as a friend. Anyway, I've waffled on. These pillows are sliding all over the place. It's given up. It's like, stop talking. Go forth and be happy in March and make new friends. That is the other thing that I meant to say. Make new friends. Always be open to new friendships because they are everywhere. Always be nice to people. There's that quote that goes around on Facebook and social media that says, always be nice. You never know what battles someone is having inside. It's so important. Be nice to people, smile at people, because otherwise it's just, life is too short. You might be missing out on some great people and some great friendships. And if it means that you have to be brave and make the first move and be like, hi, I'm Tabby, then do it. Don't say you're Tabby, because that's me, and that would be a lie. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because they've been talking for a really long time and it's raining and I'm a bit cold, so I'm going to put the heating on. I will see you again soon with something more upbeat and fun, hopefully, and it will be good. Yes, bye!